Every day, millions of people around the world come to the realization that they need to lose weight. It could be because they don't have any energy in their bodies anymore. It could be because they don't like how they look in the mirror. It could be because their doctor tells them that they need to lose weight because of something going on with their health. Whatever the case may be, people every single day have the goal to lose weight. But a lot of times they never actually successfully lose weight. And today I'm going to talk about the one thing that you need to do to lose weight. Actually, I would say two things that you need to do to lose weight, especially because we're going into a new year. And if you don't do these two things, you're not going to be successful at losing weight. So the first thing that you need to do if you want to lose weight is you have to have a why. Okay, so when we talk about energy or we talk about weight, you have to understand that weight or fat on your body is basically a physical representation of energy. And if you understand energy, you know that energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed from one version of it, from one form to another, right? This is a law of thermodynamics, I believe. And so if there's energy on your body that we cannot get rid of, we need to find a way to transform it, right? And personally, I think that the thing that helps people lose weight is having a big enough why, right? Having something that they're looking towards in the process of losing weight. So most of the time when we approach weight loss, we think about all the hard parts, we think about all the things we're going to have to give up, the exercise and all of that. And that actually takes you away, and it actually creates stress in the body, and it makes you freeze, right? When you're stressed out, you're going to freeze and you're not going to actually move towards something. But if you have something that is the why, a big enough why, then you can say, hey, I am going to lose weight so I can be able to carry my kids. That was one of my weight loss goals. And I have two of them. So to carry them, they both weighed at the time 50-ish pounds. So that was my goal. And you have to have a big enough why. You have to be able to tie your weight loss to something that is positive, tie it to something that is expansive, tie to something that could grow, an opportunity in the future. You have to think about the possibilities that will come as a result of you losing the weight. And those possibilities have to be big enough, because during the process of losing weight, you're going to have to make a lot of changes, and you're going to have to lose some people, right? Weight gain is an energy on your body, and weight loss means you're going to have to lose that energy. And that energy could be food, but a lot of times that energy is a lot of mental space, and it's also a lot of physical matter around you. It could be things, it could be people. And so when you're going through that process of purging, right, that is going to be a difficult process. And if you don't have a strong enough anchor and a strong enough why, and I would argue a why that is rooted in love, then you're not going to succeed. If your why is rooted in fear, you're gonna fail. And that's just the truth. At the end of the day, there are only two things that you can focus on. You can focus on love, growth, and expansion, which is on one end, or you can focus on fear. And I would argue that you don't want to focus on fear anymore, because fear is what got us here, okay? For me, fundamentally, fear is the reason why we gain weight. Weight on the body is a physical representation of fear. And so moving from fear to love, to growth, to expansion, that is the only way to cross that bridge, right? So you have to have a good enough and a strong enough why. And then the second thing, which honestly ties into the first thing, is that a lot of what you have to do when it comes to losing weight is elimination. Okay, so I like to talk on this channel about the whole body as a whole, and I will say that there are 4 parts to energy production and control in the body. So the body is going to prioritize making energy, using energy, having energy reserves, and eliminating energy. And when you have a lot of weight on your body, there's an imbalance in the body because the energy reserves are too much compared to the amount of energy that's being made, or the amount of energy that's being used, or the amount of energy that's being eliminated. And so a lot of times what happens is you have a big reserve of energy, and a lot of times some of that energy is waste energy that is supposed to be eliminated, but you have stored that energy in your body. And so the first and probably the most important step that you can take to lose weight, and this is something you can start today, is you're gonna have to eliminate. You literally are gonna have to eliminate. You're gonna have to lose weight. You're gonna have to lose mental weight, right? And the only way to lose mental weight is to focus on love and growth and expansion and move away from fear. It sounds simple, but this is something that I help my clients with in our coaching program, because you need to uninstall all of the fear-based beliefs that you have gathered throughout your childhood, throughout your life. And you have to move towards a more loving way of thinking, right? A lot of the times the weight loss journey is a journey towards self-love or self-relove or self-rediscovery. Sorry, there's like something going up over here. And so we're moving away from fear around us and in our body, and we're going towards love in our body, love around us, love in our community. And so that is a fundamental shift that needs to happen. And to move towards this, to go on that journey, you're gonna have to leave some things behind, right? That's the whole point of losing weight. It's leaving things behind. So in the body, eliminating waste is the most important thing that you can do. If you are a person who does not poop for 3 days, that is going to be a problem, because we need to be able to eliminate toxins from our body. And if you're not able to do that, well, then your body does become toxic, right? So elimination is huge, and there's so many different ways that the body eliminates. But before we even get to the body eliminating toxic waste, which a lot of times is in your fat cells, you need to eliminate toxins going into your body, right? And so eliminating toxins going into your body is going to be the foods that you choose to put in your body. And we all know what we're supposed to be eating and what we're not supposed to be eating, okay? If you want to eat healthy foods are not going to come in a package. They are going to come from the earth, okay? You can have healthy foods from animal sources, so fresh meat, fish, chicken, poultry, whatever. And you can have plant sources, so fruits and vegetables, okay? That's it. Everything else that is man-made is probably not going to be healthy. And a lot of times people don't want to let go of those things because they have an attachment to them, because those things fulfill them in some way. Remember, if you've gained weight, then you are living in fear because something is missing. And a lot of times people are going to look to those happy, fun foods to fulfill the thing that is missing. But the only thing that can fulfill you is you. You're the only one who can give yourself the love that you're missing. And the food is only going to create more havoc and chaos in your body. So you need to take the step towards self-love. And self-love requires you to eliminate eating the things that are going to make you sick, okay? The second thing that you need to eliminate is you need to eliminate things in your surrounding that are weighing you down. If you have clothes or material things in your surrounding that is not helping you in any way, that's just sitting there, that you've accumulated because you think, oh, what if this happens, or what if that happens? That's all the stuff you have accumulated physically in your space as a response to fear, right? And so if you have things in your vicinity that are fear-based, even though they might have value, you don't necessarily need to keep those things. You want to keep things around you that make you think, oh my God, I love this thing, or oh my God, this can help me grow in some way, this can help me expand in some way. Those are the things that you want to keep in your vicinity, because those things take you towards a journey of self-love, a journey of growth, of expansion, versus the other things are you've accumulated because you're more in fear mode and you're holding on to these things. So you want to lose weight physically around you, and during that process you are actually going to lose weight in your body if you eliminate the things that are coming in and you eliminate the things in your surrounding. And then lastly, your whole idea or your whole goal with weight loss is going to be making sure that you are focusing on the potential that will come about from the weight loss. What are the possibilities if you lose this weight? Will you be able to travel more because now you have the energy? Or maybe you just want to feel comfortable when you're sitting in a couch, in a chair in the plane, right? What if it's because what if the potential is, if I lose this weight, then I have the energy, right? Because again, you have to have energy to live life. You can travel, you can start a business, you can learn a new language, you can do whatever you want, right? But if the body that you're in does not have energy, how are you going to accomplish that task? And if the body has fear-based energy, which is what weight is, then how are you going to be able to move towards love and growth and expansion? That's going to be possible because that energy is literally weighing you down. It's literally taking away all the possible things that you could be accomplishing in your life because you are stuck in fear. You have this weight on you that is keeping you in one place, is keeping you stuck. And so losing that energy means that you're going to go over the bridge towards love and expansion and growth and possibility. And if you don't have that in mind, if you don't focus on what is possible and make that possibility the best possible thing ever, you're not going to leave this place of fear. You're not going to take that journey. You're not going to willingly let go of the things that are not serving you. So at the end of the day, you have to do two things to lose weight. You need to decide to step away from fear and go towards love, growth, and expansion. And that means you need to ask yourself, what is my potential? And am I willing to take the journey to go towards my potential? That is the first thing that you need to do. And the second thing you need to do is you need to lighten the load on your way to that journey. That means you need to let go of things that do not serve you. You need to let go of foods that do not help you. You need to let go of material things that do not serve you. It could even be a job. It could be a situationship, whatever. If something is weighing you down, if it's taking energy from you and it's not helping you in the direction of your future potential, of the things that you actually want, you need to let those things go. And if you only do these two things, I promise you, you're going to have a lot of success on your weight loss journey. So if you're somebody who is looking to lose weight so that they can fulfill their potential and have the energy in their body to fulfill their potential, I will leave an application below if you want to work with me. I have a group coaching program called Fuel Your Potential, because without fuel, without energy, you cannot get to that other side and fulfill that potential. So if you're somebody who's interested in that, I'll leave my application below. But do not go into 2026 stuck in one spot. Do not go into 2026 stuck in fear. Do not go into 2026 carrying a load that is not yours to carry. Do not go into 2026 carrying weight that is not yours to carry. Okay, so I say in the next couple of days, make the decision that you're going to shed some of that weight that you're carrying so you can feel lighter, like you can feel like I can do stuff. And think about it, the lighter you are, the more agile you are, the more likely you are to move, the easier it is for you to move. And make sure that your reason why you're doing it is not necessarily for aesthetic reasons. I mean, aesthetics is good, but you want to have a strong enough reason and make sure that the reason is rooted in love. Self-love is rooted in growth and expansion, because honestly, that is the reason why we're here. We are here to become the biggest, best version of ourselves and to explore all the potential things that we can become in this lifetime. So if that is a goal, then let me know, apply, and I will love to help you throughout this journey. All right, I will see you in the next video. Bye.